In a world full of routine, two degenerates emerge to remind us to embrace life. Krista and Jason aren't the cruisers we need or deserve, but they are here anyway. They're just soulmates with a GoPro, a moderate tolerance for alcohol, and a thirst for fun. Let's celebrate the day.
What's the situation, Degenerate Nation?
What's happening, degenerates?
So we're back for another drink.
We are.
We're going to do a port drink from St. Martin, however you choose to pronounce it. I guess it's one of them TK things.
It is. It's
Dutch
totally
or French, whichever.
Yeah.
But
take your pick.
we're going to be there on Whatevs 2 in February 2020. So
we are.
To pay honor to our Whatevs 2 fam, we have our Adventures Ahead, or Whatevs fam.
Whatevs shirts on.
Huh?
See?
Oh, cool.
Way cool.
What's your say?
Living my best whatevs life. Stress less, cruise more.
I like that. That's good. That's words to live by.
It is words to live by.
I'll leave the link to Josh and Michelle's or Adventures Ahead Teespring store in the description if you want to go grab yourself a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I think there's still room on the Whatevs 2 cruise. So
there is.
We are making a drink from St. Martin called the Guavaberry Colada.
It is a very, very unique drink.
An interesting and very unique booze.
Yeah, I mean that just the base alcohol for it is extremely unique.
Well, guavaberry itself is very, very rare and very hard to come by. It doesn't exist in a lot of places. As a matter of fact, in Florida, there is one guavaberry tree, I read, and it's in a state park. One. Yeah, so we're not going to be. We're not.
Is the loneliest number.
We're not making any freaking guavaberry rum here.
No.
But in St. Martin, they have plenty of guava berries.
That's a good thing.
Guavaberry is not related to the guava.
Nope.
It's a berry that someone got off a ship and said, guavaberry.
Okay.
But it has nothing to do with guava.
Okay.
So anyway, the only place you can find it is going to be somewhere that can find specialty booze. You probably wouldn't find it at your traditional liquor store. We found this at Total Wine & More.
We did. Total Wine & More has become our best friend because there are closer stores that have alcohol. However, some of the unique stuff we have not been able to locate, and some not unique stuff we've not been able to locate except at Total Wine & More.
Right. Okay. So the recipe for a Guavaberry Colada is right on their website. So I don't have to guess at what the recipe would be.
No guess.
When you get off in the port, you can order a Guavaberry Colada and enjoy it. It seems pretty interesting. It smells pretty interesting. We have not tried it yet.
No. I'm ready.
Okay, so.
Oh, do I mix?
Let's talk about the drink first.
Let's talk about the drink.
So. The Guavaberry originally was a St. Martin kind of a homebrew thing, as most things start out, you know, as an idea, and people would do it. It was almost a Christmassy sort of drink. Carolers or stuff like that would come to your door, and you would greet them with some of this Guavaberry concoction.
Okay.
Right? So
that's kind of cool.
Right?
It's like us and hot or cider. What's that? Spice cider.
And it's basically a rum that's been aged in oak barrels with guava berries. So it's just a little spin-off of a rum, really.
Okay. It
comes in at 35% alcohol, 70% ABV.
Oh.
So it's not super duper hot compared to most rums that come in at 40% alcohol.
Right.
A little hotter, obviously, than coconut rum, which generally would be around the 25% range.
Yeah, it's my happy rum.
Yeah, good stuff there. Berries ripen in two colors. They are orange or dark red, and they can be on the same bush even. So it's not like a grape or something where you can kind of tell, or an apple or a banana where you can tell when it's ripe.
Okay.
Apparently one of these two colors, and they apparently taste slightly different.
They do?
But you have to have a fairly discerning palate to be able to tell the difference between the orange and the dark red or black berry.
And okay.
So.
That's cool.
It is kind of cool, right? The berries... there's really no harvest time for them. They do what they want to do when they feel like doing it. So they're whatevs style of berry.
They're also like cats.
And sometimes they don't do it at all.
Yeah, again, like a cat.
Right? So it's just a berry that kind of feels like what it feels like when it feels like it.
Okay. That's a whatevs berry.
Very, very thin-skinned berry, so it's really hard to deal with without breaking it. You know, I'm thinking like a grape. I have never actually held a guava berry in my hand, but
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking. Something that you have to be very, very delicate.
Okay.
So that's the guava
Kind of
berry.
like a raspberry, it just falls apart.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, St. Martin, on the other hand, that's a pretty cool place.
It
that We are
is.
really looking forward to getting off the cruise ship and chilling in.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. We can get more of this.
Are you, is there any things you had in mind to do in St. Martin?
No, but now I'm interested in seeing where this rum is coming from.
It's a cool island. It's the one that's Dutch on one side and French on the other.
Isn't that the one with the airport?
It's the airport, yeah.
Okay,
And
the airport.
Sharon,
Maho Airport. There we
and
go.
I don't mean to name drop, but Sharon at Sea did a fantastic video of top things to do in St. Martin. And
She did.
Yeah, lots of cool excursions and things like that, things to get into.
Yep.
Not just a hop, skip, and a jump, obviously, from our next port, which would be St. Thomas. So,
That's true. Yeah.
Right out there in that same area, the Caribbean on the elbow there.
I'm excited. I mean, that cruise is going to be so much fun. But
Oh, yeah.
I want to drink this drink because I'm thirsty
Hey,
and it's
easy.
hot.
I'm talking about St. Martin here.
I know.
Do you want to mix and we can talk about St. Martin in the next episode or the next segment?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I'm thirsty.
Okay, so the recipe. Throw up the recipe, please. 2 ounces of St. Martin Guavaberry rum stuff. 1 ounce coconut
it's got a
cream.
cork.
And 3 ounces of pineapple juice or pineapple pieces. The juice is obviously going to be the easier to deal with here, other than the cork for Krista. And then ice, and that should make 1 drink.
It's
So
a big freaking cork,
Pull.
Kenny. I'm afraid to pull because I'm wearing a yellow shirt and it's red.
So 4 ounces of St. Martin, since we're going to make them 2 at a time here. 2 ounces of coconut cream and 6 ounces of pineapple juice. And you can see the color right away. It's not rummy. It's a little red.
Like cranberry juice
yeah,
almost.
yeah. It's we're hopefully we like it because we own 750 mil of this stuff. And I
Right?
get ice.
But this bottle is so cool because it's the label I think was put on by hand because it's a little crooked, so that tells me that someone did it out of love, and I'm excited. Plus I get to use more coconut cream. This has become, since that painkiller video, this stuff has become quite the necessity in our home, and I'm getting quite good at mixing with it.
It's become a staple. Really.
That's what I told her. This has become, how many ounces of pineapple?
6 for the 2 drinks. Did you bring something to scoop ice?
No,
No.
no, got that. Oops. Okay. So I need 6 ounces of this, right?
Right. Let's do the booze on a Guavaberry Colada. Did you know that the Guavaberry liquor or rum is actually the national drink in both the French and Dutch sides?
Ooh, that's
Right?
awesome.
It must be good.
They agreed
I'm
on
hoping it's
something?
good. The bottle itself wasn't cheap, but it wouldn't be considered like a really pricey gourmet booze. It was $28 here in Florida.
I think my Belvedere costs more.
Yeah, so it's in the range of premium alcohol, but I mean for something that's relatively hard to get, hard to make,
Right.
limited quantity, blah blah blah.
The berries got to cooperate.
Right. So it has 2 ounces of this guava berry rumish stuff, and that's 35%, which is going to put us somewhere. Nothing else in it. We got ice and some mixers, and it's going to come in at about 0.7 of an ounce of pure alcohol. So a little. Now that's not too bad, and it only comes in at 5.3% ABV. So we're really in the range of domestic beer.
Right?
It doesn't come in at the value because it's not super duper alcohol oriented.
And it's a specialty alcohol, so I don't.
Well, like I said, we have to do the math because it's part of the science of the drink and deconstructing if you want to know what that's going to do or the effect of that while you're trying it.
That's true.
So 5.3% ABV. If you were to pay $9.50 for one of these, it would come in at about $1.78 per ABV. Horrible value compared to beer at $1.49.
Right? That's an expensive drink compared to some of the other ones
It
we've
is.
had.
It is. But if you've made it all the way to St. Martin, as many of our friends have, you certainly wouldn't want to skip it.
No.
So I think we're going to end up with 3 ounces of ice, just like we did last week with the what? There's a.
Well, it's hard.
It's a blender.
Oh, how much ice do I put in?
3. Let's try for 3 cups, like we did last week.
You ready?
Do it. It looks a little thin to me still.
I agree. Better?
Let's try it. The recipe, like I said, it gives me the recipe. It doesn't tell me what the quantity is. So we're hoping that it's somewhere around a pint. Otherwise, we're going to be making a very watered down Guavaberry Colada.
Well, it's actually filled up the glasses.
Well,
so.
I have the volume correct. I don't know if I've got the booze and the additions correct to support 16 ounces. So
Right.
I have nothing to go off. It could end up being a 7% drink to taste like a drink that should.
True.
Okay?
Okay.
And you're supposed to garnish it with pineapple, toasted coconut, and nutmeg. We're going to forego that for today.
Okay. Oh! I like this.
It's a trip. It's very pleasant, but it's
very tropical.
It's sweet and dry at the same time.
It's very tropical. I mean, it's you can taste the guava. I see why they call it a guava berry, because I can taste the guava. Yeah, it's very, very tropical.
The coconut is a perfect complement to this.
I agree.
But
the toasted coconut on the top would be good.
It's got a really cool, sweet, sassy, funky, you know, almost one of those those exotic fruits, you know, that taste a little wacky. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I can't describe that better, but
I wonder how this would taste on the rocks.
oh,
I don't either.
I don't know.
I don't know. You want to? This is good.
It almost tastes strawberry-ish to me.
It's like a strawberry, raspberry, guava, kiwi.
It's not like really super sour, but there is definitely some tart
There's
there
some
that lays
That
it a
bit
little
bite.
dry on your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
It's tingly. I like it.
There's some bite. It's like a little whoop whoop.
It makes my mouth happy.
It makes your mouth happy.
I think. So whatevs, fam, when we get off in St. Martin,
Get yourself a Guavaberry Colada.
let's toast over a Guavaberry Colada for sure.
Yeah, this will be awesome. You know, we should have these right before we go and see what the difference is. Because I don't think there's going to be much of a difference. I mean,
I think we're
using
close on the
authentic.
recipe. It doesn't taste watered down to me.
No, but I think I'm going to get brain freeze.
Sorry.
Oh.
Hang on.
It's so good. Why do all the frozen drinks give me brain freeze?
It doesn't taste boozy whatsoever.
No, I'd like to see how I feel after the second one. But this is really good, folks.
This
Okay.
is a great hot weather frozen drink.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. So we're gonna drink.
You know the drill.
We'll be back.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Great drink.
I like this drink.
Interesting. Very interesting. I wish I should pour it really in a clear glass so you could see its pink color. So
Right.
it's got a really
Well,
cool color to it.
Yeah.
But
I'm really interested to know more about the history of this drink because I really, really like this drink. I want to know more. What you got for me?
I don't have any history.
Give it to me.
I don't have anything else for
Oh.
this drink. I mean, there's the recipe right on the side of the bottle.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the guava berry, obviously, I gave you a little of that. St. Martin, cool place.
How did he get his name, St. Martin? Because nobody knows how to say it.
Supposedly, Christopher Columbus visited in
1493.
because it's close to St. Thomas, so that makes sense.
That
it
makes
was
a lot
on
of
the same
sense.
trip, and that was where it got its name from. And they specifically say that it happened on November 11th, and
Okay.
they celebrate that day still.
That's actually really cool. So there's another Christopher Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Another, well, the British Virgin Islands. He was there in 1493, and he must have went all over the place. So I mean, in that area,
You have to
there's
figure by
probably
the
a lot
time
of
he got to
history,
America, he was probably depressed, right? He's like, oh
Right?
shit, this is it?
right? But I think there's gonna, when we go, I think there's gonna be a lot more history with Christopher Columbus.
I hope so. I hope so because that's just a cool thing that, you know, us as kids learning about the history
I
of our
agree.
country, you know, we learn. Do you know that St. Martin is only 37 square miles? It's what was 39 for St. Thomas? 230. Is that your phone
32.
number? 32 square miles. So smaller island than St. Thomas.
Right?
They found settlements on St. Martin, buildings, structures, stone structures dating back to 4000 BC.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's really old.
it is old.
That makes me feel young.
What'd you pull?
Young and spry. I pulled a .04. I am not that drunk.
Well, it's a really low ABV
It
drink,
is.
so
I like
that's
it.
playing right into your hand as well.
I like it. This is right up my alley. Do you want me to mix or?
You'd be my guest.
Okay, I'll be mixing. I think he said 4 ounces of the guava berry. 4 ounces. So we're doing
We're
numbers
playing
here.
charades. 0.05.
I'm all sweaty. I can't even get the cork out. I'm a bad drunk. Why is it beeping at you?
It's because 0.5 is the danger zone.
Oh. How'd you get to be .05 and I'm only .04?
I had a 2-beer head start.
Oh. That makes sense. So, I'm more sober than you are.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Here. I'm about to do my come from behind victory here.
Right? And I
Guess
did-
what one of the main industries on St. Martin was?
Rum?
Salt.
Huh?
They
Ha-
had a great salt pond where they would harvest salt from,
A great salt pond.
right?
Is it still in production or?
No. Well, I think they both, you know, since it's half French, half Dutch, one quit and then the other one quit, you know, 20 years later or something like that. I don't even know if
Salt.
I actually know the date on that one.
That's totally different. I didn't see that one coming.
And then this is like total humanity, right? So the French and the Dutch unite
Okay.
to beat the Spanish to get control of the island.
Okay.
And they do that. They're successful. They win this battle on 1644. Finally, it's no longer under Spanish control. The French and the Dutch have their partnership has worked.
It's like Wonder Twin powers activate.
So what do you do next? Do you celebrate and you live harmoniously forever?
Yes.
No.
No.
Now
no.
they fight over where the border is.
They fight.
The border, the battle, like the flag was lowered and raised 16 times supposedly, going between French, Dutch, where this border is, and it goes on as they win this. They won against the Spanish in 1644, and then finally in 1817 they settled the dispute.
18. That's a long battle.
That's what the history of St. Martin says. I mean, it's like you always. Why do we always have to have contention?
It's like the Democrats and the Republicans.
Well, just like anything, but you know, it's just so odd that that's how
Right?
that goes.
Okay, I'm gonna power up.
Do it.
Now I noticed the last time there was some chunkies, so I'm gonna power up some more. I think it is blended. Blended.
I love the color.
I do too. It's like a pink happy, but it's not so pink. It's obnoxious. It's just happy. It's a happy drink, honey. And
It's a great drink for a hot day in Florida because it's juicy out today.
juicy.
Like sweaty.
We need to possibly.
Yeah. Next
go in the
shot's gonna be in
pool.
my swimming trunks.
We need to get in the pool or something. Here you go.
So once again, I don't know where we came up with the idea to do drinks from ports and get off the cruise ship drinks and
I don't know.
expand, but
Good call.
we hit that one out of the
Cheers.
park.
Oh, and somebody asked me where I got my blender and what kind it is. We got this blender as a wedding gift
They know that from last week.
26 years ago, and
Where'd they know that?
it's
Well, you got some new
it's
information?
an Osterizer blender.
That's new.
With stainless steel base. So,
So if you need to be ostracized,
yeah, really.
this is the device for you.
Probably you can find these at estate sales and antique road shows because it is an older blender, but it works just perfectly for us.
Yep, it does very well.
Okay, so now what?
Man, it's good.
Oh, this is really good,
It's no wonder they put the recipe on the side of the bottle. They could sell the shit out of this stuff.
right? Maybe we should try.
There's
some
even a
David.
marinade recipe on the side of the bottle for guavaberry chicken.
I have chicken in the freezer.
And then the other recipe is a champagne sort of thing. Not, I'm thinking mimosa when I think of
Yeah.
a champagne mix as a mixer, but that would probably be a little high ABV for a couple of us.
I'm not into that. But this is a really cool.
You digging the guy on the front?
I'm digging the guy.
I'll
on the
throw
front.
the picture
He's
of the
cute.
label up.
He's cute.
He's like an old wise guy you want to drink with.
Right? If I saw him in a bar, I would sit next to him
Definitely.
because he would have some
You wouldn't
stories
be able to sit
tell.
next to him because he'd have 10 people gathered around him telling cool stories.
Because he's got that kind of cool story, dude.
Cool beard, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So we're gonna drink.
We're going to take one for the team, have another one of these, and we'll be back in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh well, 20 minutes after we finish these. We got to get in the pool
So
too.
we'll be back in 22 minutes. Cheers.
Bye.
Welcome back.
Hi.
2 delicious Guavaberry Coladas later. I am officially hooked.
I am too. And you know what? I don't even need snacks today.
Yeah, it's that good of a drink. It's that friendly.
It is that good. I'm that content right now.
Yeah. We're gonna mix up another one.
We're
here,
gonna mix up
right,
another
right
one.
away.
I'm gonna start measuring.
Wonderful drink, and it's a wonderful place to visit, St. Martin.
Right?
We are on whatevs too, and would love to cheers with you in St. Martin over a Guavaberry Colada.
Right?
Jenny Lalila Loca is the travel agent on this one. If you have any inquiries about it, either Michelle and Josh or Jenny at Lalila Loca
right?
would be the contact for that.
And these
we're gonna
drinks are
party down.
available
We're gonna
in
have a good
port.
time.
So you can have one of these in port. Get off the ship and get one. Because,
In the meantime, make one up at the house.
right? Totally.
Man, we're moving through this bottle.
We are moving. We are going to.
It is 2 ounces of drink, but luckily it's not super high ABV like we talked about before. But man, now I'm all jazzed about whatevs too.
Right?
And I shouldn't be because it's still somewhat in the future as we record this. It's in February 2020.
Right? It's
Come
a
on,
lot
time.
of days.
Can we speed this up a little bit?
Right? It's painful because this is actually like the second drink.
Where's our blowy?
Blowy. Blowy.
Let's get down to some math so I can
Blowy,
forget how
blowy.
long I have to wait to go cruise with the whatevs fam.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
almost.
no.
You almost had it. That close.
Almost. Okay, I was getting a little cocky. That may happen. Mayor, when you see this, please know that I do have the wipes handy.
0.07.
Whoa.
That's one of the lowest second drink ABVs I've had. Or
Why coconut?
BAC, sorry, ABV. The ABC.
coconut cream is so good.
Would you like to make blowy?
Let me get coconut off my hand.
Somebody run the Jeopardy music. Editing Jason doesn't have his shit together enough to put that in, so you'll have to sing it in your head.
Okay. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3. All you gotta do is add ice and hit the button, honey. This is a great drink.
Wow.
This, right?
That's, I think, one of your lowest ABVs, if not the lowest for a second drink, too. It's no wonder you
I
don't
agree.
need no goldfish.
I don't need no goldfish.
Pepperidge Farms is going, what the fuck, dude? What happened?
My Ritz crackers are like,
we're overstocked
hello,
in Florida. We're going to
here.
have to throw a sale. Krista didn't mow out on some second drink snackies.
Right? Yeah, I don't need any goldfish. Third drink, I might need goldfish or my Ritz crackers. And they are sitting alone all by themselves on the top of the refrigerator in Camp No Land.
Lonely.
One
What
is
Don't you
lonely. And that's how you make
I love
the
the color.
Guavaberry Colada.
I love the color. It's like rose or something. Just
This thing's
very,
incredible.
Very light pink.
This thing is incredible.
Good drink. Oh, man.
Very good drink.
I'm so glad we found out about this before we went.
Right?
And I would be so disappointed myself if we went to St. Martin and didn't know
Didn't
to
do
try
this,
this.
right? So, yeah, if you can,
Here you go, love.
thank you. If you don't find this in your local liquor store, ask them if they can special order it in for you, because this is absolutely delish.
Go to guavaberry.com. That's the website for the original Wild Guavaberry Island Folk Liqueur by Old Man Guavaberry brand, Country St. Martin.
Okay.
So, yeah, and I think there's a locator on there to find out where they're at. Like I said, we got lucky at Total Wine and More here in Florida.
Right.
We'll hopefully you have as much ease, and like I said, it wasn't super duper pricey rum.
No, and the recipe we're doing is right on the side of the bottle.
Yeah,
so,
right. You don't actually
yeah.
need the Degenerate cruisers involved on this, but this is more of a recommendation video at this point than it is a recipe video.
Because you just buy this and go. This is awesome. Oh, the pig's out. Yeah. The neighbors have a pig.
Our dogs love the pig.
Our dogs like bacon. So, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to have at least drink 3, maybe, I don't know.
Much love, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Celebrate the day.
Much love to our friends. Be the good in the world. Spread the love and go out on an adventure. Please like, comment, and subscribe.